Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Make sure you go on Spotify, we're on YouTube. Wherever you listen to this podcast, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. 1-2-1-2 in place to be. We're now rejoined by the homie Chris Porter. How you doing?
Yo, I'm doing absolutely great. How are you?
I'm good, man. I think you're one of my favorite rappers, too, because we got the same name.
automatically got to win there with the same name.
So I want to say last time we talked was probably like 2012.
Oof, probably. Yeah, probably. Wow.
So I think that was before the water dance.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just reintroduce yourself a little bit before we catch up.
My name is also Chris Porter. I've been doing music for about, 12, 13 years now. Really serious 10 years. I do like mainstream hip hop, a lot of dance, a lot of just experimental within the hip hop world. I like high energy stuff. I'm half Trinidadian, so I come with that energy. And I did a lot of cool things, man, with the Nets, the Knicks, the Dallas Cowboys. I have a song called The Water Dance with Pitbull that went viral in 2015 when Instagram still had 15-second videos. And yeah, a lot of fun.
So how did it go viral?
Before Pitbull was even on it, I had kids I knew doing the dance. Well, what I thought was going to be the dance, because I didn't make up a dance. I just automatically named it the water dance because there was water in the hook of the beat. So I just said, do the water dance. So I had no dance in mind, you know what I'm saying? But a bunch of kids started doing their own thing, and it went around. And I think it was Floyd Mayweather's girl that played it in the car, and then somebody on ESPN. This is all before Pitbull. And then Sirius XM Radio picked it up, and that's 50 states. So then it started getting on Instagram, and then once the Pitbull thing came, I went out to LA and I hooked up with a choreographer out there. Her name's Trisha Miranda, and she did a whole class video with it. And then after that, it was like 30 million views, and then it went crazy after that.
So what do you mean? So then that's when the Knicks and the Nets start working with the song too?
Yeah, that's when actually sports teams picked it up before Pitbull and that video. It was
Really?
always like almost viral, but once Trisha Miranda did it in LA with all the dancers that have millions of followers each within themselves, and then they did the dance, and it was called the Water Dance. So when you see the name, it makes you feel like, oh, this is something new that I should know, and I don't know. Everybody clicked on it, and it went around the world, man. Almost every country.
So we had there was a question we was asking. So did the going viral relate to you getting streams and you getting your money? Did that equal it?
No. I actually, that's a great question, actually. If I can go in a time machine and go backwards, I actually would not, because I got an indie deal in 2015, which helped Pitbull get on the song. That's how that happened. I actually would have held off and not took that deal, because with very little money, I could have went to LA and did the Trisha Miranda video. That it went viral regardless. It had nothing to do with Pitbull, with no label. It was just the right song at the right time with the right choreography, and it went. So I could have collected the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, learned a lot.
So have you dropped any more projects during that time?
After Water Dance, did I have a project? No, just a bunch of singles, because I was still signed to them. And you know how that is. You don't have your full freedom. So
you signed now, or you not signed no more?
As of March 15th, 2020, I am completely free.
So how long was you signed?
5 years.
Damn. 5 years. So I missed that whole little thing.
Oh, man. It's all good, because the good stuff is happening now, because I'm a wild animal off the leash now. So I'm back to just, and I have so much knowledge and understanding, and
So what made you sign the deal back then?
I pushed Water Dance. Me and Paul Porter, my cousin, he's in the industry. We pushed Water Dance for like 9 months independently, just however we could. He had a little hookup with Sirius that he knew from back in the day. That's how we got on there, and it was good enough to keep going and get put in rotation. We pushed it for 9 months, and we had it on ESPN, and we had it there, but it reached a point where it was like, okay, now we need some money. Unfortunately, this is America, man, and everybody needs to get paid. And once we even had a little bit from the deal, and they allowed us to utilize that in the ways we knew it would actually work, I would say that deal did help, catapult it forward. But if I knew better, I would have took that a lot less money from someone I knew and went to LA and got that done because the rest of it wasn't, you know, in my opinion, worth 5 years after that. If they would have signed me for like 2 years and reaped the benefits of it, that was cool. I would have took that. But 5? Man, we only live for so long, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
was that a whip and chain deal you got? Or wasn't that bad?
It's funny how deals work. They become whip and chain when things aren't going well. Yeah. So on the contract, contracts are usually not as bad as people tell you they are when things are going well, right? Because you only get 50% or 25% or even like whatever it is. If you're making millions of dollars, you're like, you know what? They made 10 million. I only made 2. I still made 2 million. There's so much more coming in. But when you're like, this is not working, I went out and your name is signed there. It's like, oh no, you ain't getting out till March 15, 2020, regardless of what's happening. Now they're holding your time, and time is the most valuable thing we have.
Yeah.
And that feels like change.
So what's next for you now?
Actually, it's crazy. I just made that decision like 72 hours ago. I was sitting around. Actually, it was last week. I did one of those IG battles. So I battled my friend.
Actually, I got him. I'm interviewing him. I actually posted him before you, but I'm interviewing him after you, David Rush.
Okay.
I had him on the show a few times too. Yeah.
Oh, very cool, very cool. Yeah, so me and David Rush, we went at it. We did the Thursday before last. We did a song battle, and after the song battle was done, I thought about it, like, yo, I just played 20 songs of mine, and even you probably haven't heard 15 of those songs.
Yeah.
And it's because, you know, when you're an up and coming artist, you're not in the stream. You're not in the stream. Like when we get offline right here and you check your Instagram for 10 seconds, you're gonna see things funnel to you through the big platforms, right? So I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? So people aren't searching for it. So being online and watching a couple hundred people stay with us the entire time and listen to each song and telling you all the ones they like, I'm like, wait a second, man. I'm about to take all the old songs no one heard that the label made me take off before they signed me. I'm about to put those together. Most of them are old. Some of them are new. Some of them are unheard. And I'm like, yo, I'm about to take all the ones with energy. I'm about to put them on a project. I'm not recording anything new for this release because no one heard these. I'm about to put them out, and I'm calling it PoChella. Since Coachella got canceled, it's PoChella. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say I always see, like, especially like the music you make, I just see it on TV and movies. Like, no, I ain't trying to just say that to say it. Like, no. So why not? Have you been doing that?
So here's, and this is a great segue. So I started a company January 1st called iDraft Media. So I'll send you some cool stuff after we get offline. But I've been for the last 90 days studying. Probably have over 200 hours already. Editing, I edit very well. I have a Blackmagic 6K camera and everything, and I'm actually being hired by companies to do their marketing videos. Because at the end of the day, I thought about it, and this is to everybody who's doing music or anything creative. You have talent, but you don't have to try to get talent to fit in that one little hole that you think you should go. Utilize all of your talent, and it's going to help you acquire the money you need to maybe push your music or whatever you really wanted in the first place. So now I'm using my eye for videos and for promotion, and I'm trying to get to Snapple and other pizza place, and they want your stuff because they all have guys who are in their 70s who had the big fat cameras forever and really don't understand. They know how to post on social media, but they don't understand. They're not on the pulse of everything. You know what I'm saying? So I could be in the hood with my boys, or I could be with a 13-year-olds doing a bar mitzvah, and I understand what song reaches them both and what visual reaches them both. So why not just not only use that for me, but use it for the companies that have big budgets that are willing to pay you for that talent, and then use their money to promote your stuff.
Well, so who won the battle too? We need to know who won.
Oh, if you ask me, I won, of course.
Now, what the street saying though? What the street saying? What was the scorecard?
I don't know.
The official scorecard?
Nah, there was no official one. I wish we did that. There was no official one. People were wilding in the comments. People had some crazy, crazy numbers. I gotta send it to you. So one day when you just chilling out, you got nothing to do, or you have a long drive. So I want you to be the scorecard.
What was your favorite song that he played?
Favorite song he played. I like. Damn, I don't know the name of it. He had one I never heard. It was like a Jamaican vibe. It was.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he had another one, Cali. It was something about California. Mm-hmm. That was crazy. And then Mobbing Through the Hood was dope too. Yeah. Okay. And of course, I love his classic that he has with Pitbull because he was signed to Pitbull. Go Girl. He had one called Go Girl. That's like his classic Jersey club. We all loved that back in the day when he had that rocking.
All right, I'm gonna ask him the same question about you and see what he says.
Yeah.
So I would say, how would you describe yourself? You know, Chris Porter, the person. How would you describe yourself to people?
Fun. I was put on this earth to make people smile, laugh, dance, and say, "Wow, how do you do that?" You know, I can't help it. I seek attention a lot, but in a positive way, and I'm just here to, you know, make people feel good.
And what do you love about music the most?
The reaction you get for people. So like, I don't know if I ever had this conversation with you before, but even back then, yeah. So for the past 12 years, I'm an MC, master of ceremonies for some of the biggest events in New York City. I even host the ball dropping for Times Square on New Year's Eve at the Hard Rock, right underneath the ball. So I have the opportunity most of my life to play even other people's music, right? You're playing Justin Timberlake and everybody and DJing and MCing for the crowd and seeing the reaction and the energy and the joy that music brings to people. It just makes you want to be part of it, MC to it, make your own and put it out. And you're searching for that reaction. You know what I'm saying?
And what is hip hop to you?
Ah, man, hip hop is the bloodline, man. It's what keeps it. What, you know what hip hop is? Hip hop is the adobo to the meal. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You got everything else, you know, but it wouldn't taste as good without the seasoning, without the flavoring, without the barbecue sauce. So that's what hip hop is to me. You know what I'm saying?
And I want you to give me your 5 favorite albums.
Oh Jesus, Lord, the hardest question of all, man. All right, so I get yelled at this. I get yelled at a lot for when I bring this up because of all the recent craziness Kanye has been putting out. People see him a little differently, but my favorite artist is Kanye West, and it's not even close. I had the argument actually on my podcast. I was having the argument that he has the most classic albums of any hip hop artist. Period. It might be of any artist, but that's my opinion.
But how many do you have? You could say 3. I would say 3. How many you say you got?
I say you got 5. You know how I judge it? Because I played the saxophone back in the day. I played the drums back in the day. So I'm really listening to the music and how things were put together and what he does in some songs. An album worth of somebody else's songs can't compete with that one song. You understand?
Yeah, I think especially if you was putting him in a versus battle, you kind of can't even just put him with a rapper. You have to put him with like a musician, like somebody that really,
right.
Like he's saying, he played all instruments and shit be in there. So
yeah, it's a lot. So like My Dark Twisted Fantasy, not only the album, but when he dropped that short film, like I'm all into that artsy crazy. I was like, what? Like who's doing this? You know what I'm saying? So you could just put you pick your own 3 Kanyes. I'm only saying 3 because you say 3, but you pick your own 3 Kanyes. I love it. I love Outkast, the Love Below. Andre's side, that's a masterpiece for me. You know what I'm saying? You could argue he didn't rap much, but that's a masterpiece to me. Are we saying is Lauryn Hill hip hop? Because Miseducation is Mr. Miseducation is close to flawless. You know what I'm saying? Goodness, Snoop's first joint, the first album that, you know what's funny, and this is my own question for me, the first album that changed my life for hip hop, because I didn't start hip hop. I grew up in Elizabeth, which is very urban, but I was inside a lot. I wasn't outside a lot when I was young, and I was all about Michael Jackson and Prince and everybody that my mom was playing, until I went into my grandmother's basement and my uncle had tons of tapes. And I was listening to those, and it was KRS-One and everybody. But the moment that hip hop completely took over everything in my life was, it's hot. How's it go?
It's hot, the hell hot.
It's dark. It's dark. The hell is hot. Yeah. When I heard, I was like, oh my God. And then I had to go backwards. Like I had to go backwards to Biggie, and I had to go backwards. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize what was going on until that hit me. I'm like, yo, what am I missing? Time out. You know?
Yeah, DMX was on a crazy run that year. Though. I think he dropped 3 albums that year, and they was all platinum and everything. He was hot.
When he came, he shook the block. And the #1 hip hop song that I'll never forget where I was. I was in 8th grade. I wasn't in high school yet, but I went to a high school football game, and there's hundreds of kids coming over the hill, going to all the pizza places and everything. I'll never forget, man. There was a white Jeep. This one Jeeps were super hot. A white Jeep with, I don't know what he had in there, but the biggest, loudest speakers you ever heard. They were shaking the concrete. And all I remember is hearing do-do-do-do-dum, dum, do-do-do-do. And I was like, oh my God. Yo, Bust. And that's, if you look at my energy in my videos, it's Busta, it's Missy, Ludacris. That's that would be my team.
You kind of remind me like LL a little bit. Like I would even say like kind of like a Nelly. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, like that would be, if I had like a superhero squad, that would be my squad. You know what I mean? Chris Porter, Nelly, Busta, Missy. Like I would, that would be my superhero squad.
So how would you describe yourself as an artist? I know we was talking about it a little bit earlier,
Man, just overall creative and looking for, because of who I am. I'm an MC by nature, so I'm always looking for making music that captures the most amount of people in a room, right? Even hip hop, even if you play what you would call the dopest Nas song, if we're in India and we drop that, and Nas is one of the kings, it might not capture everybody because it's a niche. I love music that we can go to an island or a country we've never been in. They don't speak our language, but when you drop your song, they're like, you know what I'm saying? They don't need to understand the words. So as an artist, that's who I am. I'm a people's pleaser in the large mass sense.
But how can you do that though?
The vibe. There's certain vibes that can't be denied. That's why Mi Gente by J Balvin come over here and be #1 on the charts, and we don't know what he's saying because there's a vibe, there's a tone of voice. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, no matter, it's just, you kill it.
So if you wasn't rapping, what would you be doing?
Well, my life just changed with this new endeavor I have. I think I would be doing what I'm doing now. And that's why I'm so happy. I've never been this happy in my life, because I found a way to use my creativity and get paid the right way. You know what I'm saying? So now, for instance, I'm putting out the PoChella thing. I feel way better about it because I'm not stressed about it. Like, it has to do these numbers. I need to hit every Spotify listen. I don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Now it's art until I feel I have the right amount or the right people behind me to press the button, and I'm not sweating about it. It's not ruling my life. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm like, check this out. Like it or not.
Would you say for like a lot of new artists, it's good to try to have like, multiple streams of income even before they start rapping a little bit?
That's for all humans from now on. Yeah, not artists. That's all humans, man. However you can. I was just having a conversation with my mom actually, because she's been bugging me about, she want to take money out of her stocks in November. Yeah. Before this happened though, she kept saying that. She's like, nah, it's all down, but it's always good to have different streams. So when things do happen, like COVID and stuff like that, you're like, oh, I invested in this, so it's gonna keep me alive while my store is not open. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and I wish people, I wish there was a way that our people, and even me, like, I didn't grow up in a super hood or nothing, but like, I still didn't get the information till so late in the game. You know what I'm saying? We could be having this conversation on the yacht if somebody would have told me 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, right?
So.
Yeah, that's cool, man. So I'll ask you, so what other your interests are? Oh, no. I know I was going to ask you. I'll ask you about your daughter. So how's that?
Oh, man.
I know you got congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. And congratulations on your 3-month-old. I did not know that.
Yeah. I think I'm like a month ahead of you, or what, a month?
Yeah, I'm 4 weeks in. I'm 4 weeks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you rough then. I mean, you ain't getting no sleep yet.
It's rough, but it's beautiful, man. It's super, super awesome, man.
That's your first kid?
Yeah, well, I have a stepson, so I know how to raise a kid, but I never had a baby.
Yeah.
It's completely different.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool. All right, man. Is anything else you want to tell the fans? I don't want to talk your ear off.
man, everybody, listen, everyone just be safe. You know what I'm saying? Wear your mask until we don't have to no more in the meantime.
Has your life changed about it? Has your life changed? Like drastically or not really?
I actually, a really, really good friend of mine actually died last week because of this, which is absolutely terrible. But beyond that and beyond everything that's going on in the news and everything I'm hearing, it actually boosted me. Not the virus, but I feel like because everyone's home, everything got quiet. And I focused so much better. That's why I was telling you, I've been doing hundreds of hours of studying and getting my film stuff together. And like, I'm learning at such a rapid pace. I feel like I'm unstoppable now. Like once this opens up, even once it don't matter. I mean, I hope it opens up soon, but like I got companies from Dubai that just hired me to work on their acai company because the people who do the videos over there aren't creative, and you know what I'm saying. So I'm like, it just I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. You know? Yeah.
All right, man. I want to say appreciate talking to you again.
Yo, thank you for having me. Anytime, man.
Yeah, we just got to follow up, stay in touch.
Absolutely, man. Please.
Now, how can they hit you up?
This is Chris Porter on Instagram. That's his website. This is Chris Porter. Yeah.
All right, so we about to go talk to David Rush, and we're gonna see
Yeah.
who he said won the
Yeah,
battle.
you know who won, man. You know who won, man. Porter It's Porter.
Then I might probably try to. I know I'm gonna drop this video part. I'll probably try to put that on Facebook and YouTube at the same time, so even the listeners can look at it at the same time and fill in and see what they think.
Yo, awesome, man. Tune me in. Keep me with the whole flow, man. I love this. Keep me with it.
All right, for sure.